Hi there. If you've ever wondered how the people measure for a solid surface template for a kitchen countertop, well, this little video will help you out. So you set up a appointment with the people at Emerson Lumber in the kitchen department. The gentleman shows up, spends about 45 minutes to an hour, measures up your kitchen with this blue device there. It's called a digital pen and wire tracer. And he goes around, measures his kitchens, and a couple weeks later, your top comes in. So let's listen in.
Detail of what I'm actually measuring at the time. So in this run, I can do the whole kitchen. So just call it kitchen. And the first step, when I hit start, it asks to kind of rotate this, and that finds the position of where the machine is sitting. And then the first step when measuring is determine the plane. So they just want to know kind of what you're measuring on what plane, because you can go up the walls or you can measure cabinetry. So the first three kind of triangulate the plane that you're going to be measuring. So that lays out kind of those three dots. And then from then, I'm just measuring, kind of picking points along the walls where the stone's going to be touching. So we just go along, and as I hit the button on the remote, it draws the line out here. So there's your wall line. And as I go around the room, pick my points, put the pointer up against the wall, whether I'm measuring against tile or drywall or gables, and I go around, and it actually comes down to the width of this ball is 5 millimeters. It's measuring to the center of the ball. So then the next step, when I download these into AutoCAD, I actually have to compensate for the thickness of the ball. So I'll offset it 2.5 millimeters, and then it'll get to the point that I'm touching the wall or the cabinet. So I'll just go along and do a printer. Now to make sure the stone is as tight as possible, you'll see on this place, the stone is going to be, because of the level of the cabinet, it's going to hit this bottom drywall. So there will be a bit of a gap, but the drywall still has to be finished anyways. But it will hit here and extend up, so it'll look like a gap, but it is touching here. So every wall is a new segment. Just go along. I'm gonna have to get around you and take the long way around. I don't think I'll fit there, sorry. Now it's gonna start beeping. And every time I turn, I just start a new segment. A gable is just one straight line, so it'll draw that gable out for me. And then the front of the cabinets, I can just pick the front of the cabinet, because that's where my site measurement comes from, and then our overhang is determined from this cabinet box. But while I'm here, I can actually do the island as well. It's just kind of one trip around it. And the points I touch are just kind of based on where I'm going to be adding my overhang to. But if I wanted a reference to say where the actual panel is, I can do that as well. And it'll show up as a double line on the screen. So it'll show, I can zoom in for you. That'll show the cabinet line plus the panel line. And then again in AutoCAD, I just compensate for the thickness of the point.